Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jerry Bees, and if you didn't know, here on the channel, I do host paid reaction streams, and basically all that means is for a fee of $2.44 a minute, you can go ahead and send in some of your favorite songs for me to react to. We like doing these on Thursdays. It's a lot of fun, serves as a great way to discover new music, even if you're not submitting a song, and goes a long way to support the channel. But this past week, we had a first of its kind, longtime member of the channel, longtime friend of the channel, Benny, sent in a 40-plus minute song for me to react to, and that equaled about $100.72. The song in question is Long Season, the live performance of Long Season by Fishman, the Japanese experimental rock group. Is it okay to call them that? But anyway, the following is that segment from that stream. If any of this piques your interest, go ahead and make sure you click one of the links down below to catch us live. Maybe send in your favorite song. I'm not necessarily asking you to send in a 40-minute song or a whole album and it costs $100, but I'm also not going to fight you on it. Anyway, I hope you find this entertaining if you're a longtime Fishmans fan, or even if you've never heard of Fishmans and this is your first time. Also, once again, huge shout out to Benny, and here it is. So, no more time to waste here, folks. Time to get on to the task at hand. Sit tight, get comfortable, have fun. Benny sends us this one in with a note. Fishman's Long Season, lyrics in English and Espanol, live at the Akasaka Blitz from December 28th, 1998. In 1996, Fishmans released the album Long Season, unique for being just one 35-minute song. Reminds me of Dope Smoker by Sleep. It's like one song that's an hour long, and it's terrific. 35-minute song in 1998. Their bassist announced that he wanted to leave the band, so they did a mini tour as a send-off and recorded the last show for a live album. They ended this performance with a 42-minute version of Long Season. This would unfortunately be the lead singer Shinji Soto's last performance. He passed away just 3 months after. So that was going to be something else I asked you, because I know that Fishmans was in the 90s, but you know, really outside of anything that I've caught from here, I haven't really listened to it before. That's really upsetting. You know, just the talent. You know, this is like a Japanese jam band, but a little bit more cerebral than I think some of the other jam bands. It was just giving jam band, right? Their violinist passed away in 2007. Pretty sad lore. The music is peak, though. I've been terribly impressed by everything we've come to know about Fishmans here on the channel. Also, Benny sends us one in with another little note that says, could have been a little bit longer, to be honest. It could have, but we do really appreciate this. This is a sanctioned thing. You can send me shit as long as it is. If you're willing to pay for it, I'll accept it. Very generous of you. Hopefully, I will continue to make good on making sure that this is entertaining for you all. Yeah, here we go. This is Fishmans, the entirety of Long Season here. I'm sitting cross-legged for this. Oh, that bass. We got the clip with the good bass. I can't get over how good this sounds. Like, I know it's live, but just like you said, Benny, this sounds like a studio recording. It's very cinematic. The piano and that guitar there. The vocals sound like they're live. Nothing else does, though. Hello, accordion. Are there kids singing live, or is that a sample? I feel like this is what music is supposed to sound like. This part's it's reminding me of like Pornos for Pyros, Jane's Addiction, Perry Farrell kind of stuff with the vocals. Let's go. What? That piano has not stopped this entire time. That snare sounds real tasty, bud. Saying that looks like a Fortnite chest. Does kind of look like a Fortnite chest. Sounds like one. Is it gonna drop? I feel like it's gonna drop. They're just gonna slap me in the face. Is he rushing or is he dragging? Is he rushing or is he dragging?
I can hear the drums. The drums overall have been mixed really low so far. Why does it look like he's not sweating? I'd be dripping bullets. I can't drum that well, but I'd still be sweating. Slap me in the face. Come on, let's go. All right, we do have an ad incoming. I usually would not pause this if this was any other kind of reaction, but we will pause it because I am streaming right now. There's an ad that's about to kick in, and we're a little bit over halfway, so I feel like that's a good place to stop anyway. Some of my initial thoughts. I mean, this is largely, it's mixed so well. You can tell that the vocals are live, and the drums aren't mixed all that well, although I think they turned the toms up and the snare up at some point, although you can't really hear the crash or the ride that well, or even, frankly, the hi-hat. Everything else sounds so good. I mean, look, the accordion sounded good. The accordion sounded so fresh. The sample of the kid singing sounded so good. And, you know, I was joking that this is just like an Asian jam band, right? And because I'd heard some Fishmans before this here on the paid reaction live streams that we do. Really the only times I've heard Fishmans. But we've heard them get into these movements where it sounds like they're just jamming, but now I see that they might just be making much longer songs here. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been since I listened to Dope Smoker by Sleep. That's really the only other song I can really compare this to, just because Dope Smoker by Sleep is an hour-long album with 2 songs. It's like an hour, 10-minute album with 2 songs on it. One of them's like 49 or 59 minutes long, however long it is. This is a lot better already. I mean, Dope Smoker's great. If you love doom metal and sludgy guitars, that's up your alley. But this is... It's so dreamy. I couldn't listen to this song by itself, but doing it while building Legos has been great. It says, I've just been vibing in the background. It's been very calming and pretty to me. Yeah, I wish we could hear the drums a little bit more, but calming nonetheless. I wonder if it's going to build up to, you know, just an incredible crescendo or something like that. We got all the time in the world to figure it out. I've heard that, like, traveling across Tokyo, like, takes forever. So in the beginning of the song, you know, something about meeting each other in the middle, going across Tokyo. I've heard that, like, you can, like, be on a train for 20 minutes, get off at, like, the stop that's 20 minutes away, and, like, you're still, like, nowhere close to getting out of Tokyo. That's from what I've heard. I've been watching a lot of sad salarymen videos. You know, I may have to pull back some of the jam band stuff a little bit, because when I mean, like, jam band, right, longer songs, you know, you get to flex your instrumentation a little bit. But, like, you know, take a look at, like, the Grateful Dead, right? They may have a 4-minute song that came off of a studio album, but then halfway through, they're just jamming for 10 minutes off of the bass line that's, like, found halfway through the song. And it's great, you know. Man, I saw Wilco play live, and they did, like, a 7-8 minute version of Impossible Germany, and they just let Nels Cline do whatever the hell he wanted for way longer than he usually did. So that's a jam there. I don't know, you know, I might need to take that back. I don't know if this is jam because these are just inherently longer songs. Walking in the Rhythm was a real good one. Yeah. Walking in the Rhythm, I remember that. But let's get this started. Oh, perfect place to stop. This is a brand new section. That's a very familiar chord progression. Where is that chord progression from? I was just saying they should definitely do the bop bop bas underneath all this. The piano stopped. The piano loop stopped. What? Getting too old to sit cross-legged. Like how the guitar followed that same chord progression from the piano. Ah! Not gone for too long, baby. Bring it back. Bring it back. Okay, I thought that was a trumpet. I'm loving all these guitar effects. Delay pedals, flangers, wah-wahs. I'm hearing it all out of this guitar. love accordions. We love accordions in 45-minute songs. I'm hearing horns. There's definitely horns in this. Yeah. A violin. What effects are they putting on the violin to make it sound like that? I mean, oh my. Yeah, so, we got some Ginger queued up next. But before we get to that, I don't know, I guess we'll, kind of dissect what we just heard. So, with a lot of the other Fishman stuff that we've listened to, they've pretty much all been live performances. And I've always been so impressed by how clean it sounds and how clean the recordings are from those live performances. I mean, the bass just rips every time. And you saw it there. He's just chilling in the ball cap, standing behind everybody, just going crazy. Not even going crazy, but just keeping it real, I guess. Keeping it real. If, for lack of any better transformative commentary as far as the bass goes. Was really impressed with a lot of the effects, not only on the guitar. You know, I caught a delay, I caught the wah-wah. It sounded like there was a flanger or something else on there. But the violin drove me nuts because I'm hearing trumpets the entire time. Or in those parts, I heard them the entire time, the parts that I thought I heard a fucking trumpet. But, you know, they put the delay on the violin, so I can imagine if you're putting multiple effects on the guitars in one song, the odds are they probably did that with the violin. Now, I didn't catch, oddly enough, any effects on the accordion. That would have been interesting to hear. I don't know how that would have happened, how you'd be able to rig that, but that would have been fun to hear. I was introduced to Fishmans and found out about them through these streams that we have here. And then since that time, you know, I'll scour the internet, go on some music aggregation outlets, whatever it is. And it's like one of those things where once you find out about it, you see it everywhere. I think that was the case with Fishmans, where I probably had seen it a billion other times in my life. I just didn't know what I was looking for. And it's really quite troubling that it took me so long to figure him out, because I mean, if you find yourself to be like a music nerd like I am, right, and maybe that we all are here watching this right now. You know, I feel like this is required reading. I mean, my thoughts on Long Season by Fishman. I mean, hell yeah, hell yes. You know, and I think as somebody who, you know, grew up like listening to prog rock and Pink Floyd and Rush and all them, you know, I'm not foreign to much longer songs. You know, 2112 is a 20-minute song. Echoes by Pink Floyd is a 20-minute song. All these much longer, they feel like compositions, like true orchestral movements. There's these big epic pieces. And, you know, I'd referenced Dope Smoker by Sleep, you know, that iconic doom metal album, which is just like 2 songs, but one song is like an hour long. And that's really the longest I'd ever done. So who knows what else I'm missing out of incredibly, incredibly long songs that just deserve the time of day to sit down and really appreciate it in one piece. It's incredibly sad, the circumstances that followed that performance. So I was told that the lead singer passed away. The violinist passed away within the last 10 years or so. And that was their farewell tour, their farewell show, you know, final performance there. And why not do it with your most ambitious track? I mean, I don't know Fishmans, but I assume, I don't know how many 40-minute tracks they made, 30-minute, however long the studio version of it is. I can't imagine it getting more ambitious than that out of any artist. And then to play it as cleanly as they did, I won't hark on it too much. You know, I wish the drums were a lot louder just overall, but I was able to hear the drums keeping time with everything else. I'd say the one thing I could have maybe done without is the piano loop, which that was the theme that they were running off of. That's what everything was built on top of, that piano loop. So I get it. But you know, I would be kidding myself if I didn't say that, you know, I think there were parts of it where I could have done without the piano loop. Could have been, but I will never make anything that good. That's just a fact. You know, even if I got a little bit more creative and showed off some of my more creative chops musically, right? I'm not for it. I can get down on an instrument. That's not coming out of me. And I wonder if if you say it's coming out of you, then you prove it, because that was really quite terrific. You know, we've heard a couple other songs. Walking in the Rhythm was one that I can remember by name from them, and that one was cute. That one was fun. You know, and just their ability to seemingly jam, but after hearing that, I don't know how much they're jamming so much as like improvising, or they're just a master of the songs that they make, and they can, you know, it doesn't matter how long it is, you know exactly how to play it. The piano is basically the metronome of the song. That makes sense. Dogs by Pink Floyd feels like an album inside of an album. Well, yeah, I was making food. I put that on. I gotta stop listening to Animals. I listen to Animals by Pink Floyd way too much, but I put that on the other night. Dogs is my least favorite song on that album. And every time I listen to that album, Dogs, you know, it's Pigs on the Wing 1, then Dogs. And every time Dogs starts, I'm like, I just want to get to sheep. I just want to get to pigs. And then like halfway through Dogs, I'm like, God damn, this song is so good. I guess like just compared to what the rest of that album is and brings, the first like 5 to 6 minutes of Dogs isn't my favorite, you know? Especially with just how impactful the rest of it is for me. Long Season is interesting because it was made to be played different each time. So they are a jam band. I should know. I should take back my take back. They are a jam band. You know, you see Deadhead showing up to these shows. It's different every time, man. I saw Fish this year. That was pretty good. Not Fishmans. Fishmans. Just regular Fish. Single Fish. PH-ish. That's what I saw. But more importantly than anything else, I think we have to give a major tip of the cap, a major thank you to Benny, the MVP. Benny sent this one in. Thank you so much. Thank you, just for sending that song to me and getting me more hip to a group that I should have been more hip to long ago. But more importantly, just for your generosity and trying to keep whatever I'm trying to do here going. I really appreciate that, sir. Thank you very much. And sir, Matt, I don't know what you are, but I love you nonetheless. And Beans finished his Legos. At the start of the song, Beans was building a Lego set. And he finished it. Was that enough transformative commentary?
Diggity dog. Breaking. Diggity dog. Shark. Breaking. Diggity dog. Breaking. Diggity dog. Shark. Breaking. Diggity